Hello everybody, this is Steve Gamache with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we have is a really cool, pretty unique knife. This is the Enami Shitogami or white number 2 Kiritsuke 240mm knife from Chef Knives to Go. The core steel on this, it's actually a two-layer construction, but the core steel is a Shitogami or white paper number 2, which is super easy to sharpen and will take a razor sharp edge. It is reactive. The cladding is also reactive, so it's got a soft iron cladding on top of that core steel on the right side of the blade. This is a right-hander's knife, not a left-hander's knife. And then on the back side, that cladding covers the top and comes a little bit over the top there, but the back side here, this is just straight Shitogami number 2 right here. So it's a two-layer construction. This is what's sometimes known as a chisel grind, so it's a single bevel. Here's your bevel starts right here. They've got a nice finish on the blade road there, and it comes down into the core steel right here. In terms of weight and dimensions, these can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 175 grams or 6.2 ounces. The handle is octagonal, your standard octagonal walnut with a black packawood ferrule on it. And they've got looks like a pretty good seal job here where that goes into the tang goes into the handle. So nicely done on this. Edge length on this is about 234 millimeters from the tip to the back of the heel. Overall length is about 384 millimeters or a little over 15 inches. Spine thickness, these are meant to be thick style blades, so this is pretty normal. This one's about 4.8 at the back above the heel. And then I got about 3.5 millimeters about halfway down, and it might go down about 3 as you get towards the corner here on the turn for the tip. They've got a nice facet right here that they grind on that, and then you go down to your tip. In terms of grind, these are ground really thin, which is typical of this style of blade, but it's ground really thin at that tip. And it's also ground nice and thin at the edge, but hopefully that's a good shot of that single bevel. So this side is basically flat, the back side, and then this side goes down in a single bevel. This is super sharp out of the box. I got about an 8 out of 10 on my scale. Very nicely done, extremely sharp. It looks like they might have some lacquer on it. You can kind of see those streaks there, those kind of rainbow streaks. So I think they've put a little lacquer on the blade maybe. That'll wear off as you go. You can see the perimeter here, the way these back of these blades is done. They're slight concave, called an urushi, and that helps avoid suction on like fish and things when you're cutting that, so it helps avoid that. So when you sharpen the back side of it, you basically lay it flat on the stone, and it grinds away the perimeter, which is exactly what's done here. You can see that right there. See how it's shiny? Back here a little bit. So anyway, this is a super nice blade. It's just really cool looking as well, of course. So it's got a hammered finish on it. It's known as Tsushime. And then we do have some hand engraved kanji on here. There's a lot going on in this section there, but if you kind of look there closely. So it does have hand engraved kanji right there. So just really nice blade. Fit and finish is nicely done all the way around. I said it's super crazy sharp out of the box edge. I'm not going to bother with a cutting board because it's flat. Mostly flat, and that's what it's supposed to be with this style of blade. But really nice construction, cool looking blade, neat craftsmanship. Just a nice all-around example of the craftsman's art. So this is the Enami Shitogami or white number 2 Kiritsuke 240mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.